uh, 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 uh. I see Facebook got us going live. YouTube. A couple different pages on Facebook got us going live. Oh. What up, crew? What up, fellas? Welcome to the God's Podcast. I am your host, Reverend Deacon Brother Pastor. And my co-host, we got the Bishop. Say what's up, Bishop.
I'm the motherfucking Bishop. The Bishop's the motherfucking Bishop. Motherfucking chicken.
Bishop
and also,
Chickenfoot in the house.
We got the motherfucking
we also
coach.
got with us tonight a special guest. What up, Coach?
Snow Hill, stand the fuck up.
Good evening. How y'all doing?
Peace.
Oh, it's Thursday, y'all.
Every day
For
is
those
Saturday,
that
baby.
care, the week's almost over. Friday Eve for some of y'all. Close to payday for some of y'all. And for some of y'all who far away from payday, time to get your hustle on. Time to get that grind on. Time to get that other source of income going. Whether you got to sell plasma or pussy, it don't matter. Got to make the money. Got to make the money. Oh, man. Topic of the day. I saw something that just made me kind of pause for a minute. So I figure today's scripture. Too many baby daddies and not enough husbands. Too many baby daddies and not enough husbands. We need more men to be husbands to rebuild this community. Because we done fucked this one. We got up. We got all type of crazy out of order shit happening. And men, I put it on us because we got to lead this thing. Now, I saw some funny shit. Yesterday, we showed a video about a messed up dating interview. And got another one for us today. This happens to have a female in it. But again, we got to lead this video with men, we have to do better. We got way too many baby daddies. And when I say way too many, the majority of men are good, upstanding men who take care of their kids, don't have kids by, 15 different women. That is not the majority. We will not let that narrative stand. It is a small percentage of men out here having all the babies. But it fucks up everything for all of us. Dick control. Ejaculate responsibly. Stop leaving baby mamas in your wake. Everywhere you go should not result in a baby. Every relationship you in should not result in a baby. Now, to be clear, I'm all for fucking. Fuck whoever you want. Fuck how often you want. Fuck as many folks as you want at one time. I don't care. Just stop leaving babies as the outcome. We don't need STDs, sexually transmitted dependence. That's the word, sexually transmitted dependence. We don't need those. Got a question for y'all. When y'all meet a woman and you get to the conversation about, do you have any kids? What is the number that shocks you individually? Because everybody has a different threshold. Bishop? What's that number?
You said
for you?
shock? You mean
Yeah,
like shock? What you mean? Shock? Like damn? You talking like that?
Yeah.
4.
4 kids. Okay.
3 is like, whew. 1 is like, yeah, 2 is like, wow. 3 is like, whew. But 4 is like, damn. Anything after 4, it's it's damn.
You hit him with that Day or that Chris
Damn!
Tucker.
Yeah. Now that 4 is the one that shocks me, but that's the question was shocks me. So you ain't saying like what's my number, what's my limit, But 4 shocks me, yeah.
All right. Does it matter if she's married and they all came from a marriage? Do you look at that differently as a man? If a woman says I was married for 10 years and all 4 of these kids came from the marriage,
if she's trying to date, and are you talking about just a regular woman, or is she trying to date?
Trying to date.
What? Nah, if you're trying to date with 4 young kids, you got your priorities fucked up. That's just me.
Okay.
I say if she got 4 kids and you're trying to date with 4 young kids, nah, I think you need to raise them babies, man. You don't need to be trying to get no dick. You evidently got enough already. So yeah, so I don't nah. At 4, you don't really need to be trying to date. You need to be raising them babies. You don't have time to date. If you got 4 young kids, not saying anything is wrong with you, especially they all by the same dude, but you don't have time to be trying to date. Like at a certain point, you got to realize that it ain't about you no more. You have responsibilities. So, at 4, you just don't have the time. You know what I'm saying? Because being in a relationship is gonna take some time, man. You gotta put some time and some work and some effort in. So I'm gonna say 4 kids and you trying to, get some more dick between your legs, it's too much. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. What you think, Coach?
As far as a number that shocks me, be honest, I don't really have one. If she tell me she got 4, okay. She tell me she got 1, okay. Now in the bigger scheme of things with dating and in the dating realm, again, the number don't strike me as like wow, as more to your priorities probably maybe a little jacked up, if they youngins. You know what I mean? Now, as you said, if she been in a long-term relationship with an individual, husband, wife split apart after 20 years or something like that, and you got near grown kids, I mean, if you dating and stuff like that, let's be honest, if you got a kid 12 and above and stuff, they almost on autopilot. You know what I mean? They almost on autopilot. So, again, depending on what their circumstances is, it doesn't shock me, but and yeah, it do matter to me a little bit if the children are from the same individual over a long term. You know what I mean?
Okay. So that matters to you. If it's 5.
Hold on. Let me go back. I thought about something as he was talking. And so I kind of go back on what I said, man. After thinking about it, the number that shocks me, if she's a woman past 30, the number that shocks me, damn, is 4 is the number that's I'm like, yo, you're doing too much. But the number that shocked me is goose egg. That shocks me.
You know what?
That shocks me.
Let the church say amen. But that's starting to become more and more popular now. As I look around, you're starting to see more and more women who have not had children yet. And I think that's a result of people focusing on careers, ladies saying, you know what, I'm going to put these kids and this family life on the back burner while I focus on, going to school and get this career jumping off. And now you got folks trying to have kids after, 35, 40 years old. And now they're trying to get it popping off, but it's almost too late at that point, or it's more dangerous according to OBGYNs at that point.
Now, if I say something about the number that I guess if you want to say this shocking, I mean, it's more of a ratio of number of children to current age. You know,
Okay.
if you setting at 25 and you got 4 kids by 3 different dudes, and I'm like, you don't make good choices.
Okay, Coach, yesterday, that was the scenario. The video we rocked with yesterday, she was 25 years old, had 5 kids by 3 different dudes. The oldest child, I think, was 6. 2 twins were 3 years old, a 1-year-old, and she had a 2-month-old.
Like at some point, you got to slow down. Like your finances are not keeping up with your womb nor your decision making.
Bruh, you hit that word, your finances. I can't stand when I'm watching these shows or if I'm talking to somebody and I'm conversating with a dude and he like, yeah, man, all my kids is taken care of. And I'm like, okay, so you paying child support and a good amount of child support to actually sustain your kids. Oh, well, no, I do what I can when I can. And I'm like, bruh, that answer don't work for me. You got to get your hustle on, get your grind on. And then on the flip side of that, when I hear a woman say that, and I'm like, okay, but are you getting any form of public assistance? And I am not knocking public assistance. At some point, everybody might need a little help sometime. But if you done got comfortable with that, where you sitting around talking about, oh, my kids is well taken care of. No, because in reality, if it wasn't for Section 8, you'd be homeless.
Valid.
So that's on the man and that's on the woman. If your kids wasn't getting Medicaid, being able to go to the doctor, you'd be in trouble. So yeah, miss me with that my kids is well taken care of stuff. But that line always comes out.
Yeah, I help when I can. That immediately insinuates that there's no real stability.
Word.
That immediately says to me, it sounds to me like, yeah, there's no real stability for that child.
Yeah, man, that's a real concern. That's a real concern.
Fuck you mean you help when you can? Like that don't even make no damn sense. What the fuck you
Don't
mean you help when you
no
can?
sense.
I do what I can.
Look, I've always, even before I got my custody of my oldest son, it wasn't one of them things where I help when I can. I was paying child support, and anytime I was called, okay, I got it handled.
Yeah,
because
it
that
ain't
was my son. That was my son, though. I'm gonna take care of my mans in him.
Yeah, there ain't no such thing as help when you can, man. Like I'm in a situation right now where there's an individual that helps when he can. Fuck you mean?
No, I'm going without before they go without.
There you go.
Exactly.
There you go. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm picking up the phone and calling my brothers before they go without. Like it don't make no sense, bro. I mean, you do what you gotta do. Because at the end of the day, the mother, she can't say, well, I'm gonna help when I can if she has the child.
Nope.
She doesn't have a choice to help when she can. That child
she got
hungry.
empty mouths looking at her talking about, mama, we hungry.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, it ain't no woman bashing going on, like at the end of the day, you a parent. I don't give a damn if you're a mother, a father. You're a parent, you know what I'm saying? Fuck all that, people talk about daddies do this and mamas do that. You a parent, you know what I'm saying? Fuck a Father's Day, fuck a Mother's Day. They need to just have one day, Parents' Day, because at the end of the day, you a parent, man. I don't give a fuck, man. That shit kind of get my skin, man.
The question is, are you a go or a bad?
Hey, that's a whole nother story.
One of the things that bothers me, Coach, is when I see a cat roll up, he's talking about, yeah, I'm getting ready to go pick up my shorties, for a couple hours. Okay, cool. But you on your way to pick up your shorties and you all dripped out in Jordans and, you got a car with some rims on it and this and that. And I'm not saying you shouldn't reward yourself with those things, but that comes after you take care of your kids. Your kids didn't ask to be here.
Exactly. Funny thing about you say Jordans, true story. My first pair of Jordans were actually hand-me-downs from my youngest son that's getting ready to graduate and head off to college this weekend. My finances didn't really allow for me to be rocking Jordans and stuff like that, you know, while raising, you know, 3 other ones and stuff like that. So, you know, like, hey, I didn't do those things a lot of times. You know, don't get me wrong. Hey, I rocked me some Timbs, and so I did spend my money and reward myself. But certain little things, just like, hey, never had owned a pair of Jordans. My kids had some before I did. You know, again, you know, just a small thing that, you know, they gonna get it before I do, and you know, I'll go without before, you know, they will. Sure.
Man, I got my grandson a pair of Jordans a couple of weeks ago. Me and my little man hanging out, and I looked down at his kicks. You know, grandma went and took him clothes shopping. I went and took him to get a haircut. And I looked down at his kicks. I'm like, come on, man, let's go and take you to the store. Yes, and I told him, you know, find you a pair of shoes. I'm not into Jordans. I grew up in the Michael Jordan era in Chicago. I was in Chicago back when they was three-peating, you know, twice. And I never owned a pair of Jordans. Back then, I couldn't afford Jordans. Or I could have. I just didn't prioritize buying a pair of Jordans. Exactly. And my position is this. Michael Jordan ain't dunked the ball in how long?
That point.
I got my first pair of Jordans, actually my only pair of Jordans, for my 50th birthday. My brother gave them to me. And he said, I'm giving you these because I know you would never buy them for yourself. He said, so, boom, here go your first pair of Jordans.
Yeah. Yeah. It just wasn't a priority, you know, not for myself anyway. You know, I might have wanted to purchase that pair of Jordans so my man would look right stepping through the hallways in school, you know.
Yeah, that's important for kids, you know.
You know, that self-esteem.
But that's just the reality.
Yeah, that self-esteem is a real thing, you know what I mean? Even though the majority of these kids walking these halls ain't watched any more of Michael Jordan play than what they see on a commercial.
Bruh, they may have seen a couple YouTube videos.
Yeah. They never seen a whole game. They ain't never seen a whole series.
Never seen a whole series. They don't know nothing about the hard work he put in.
Not at all, you know.
We got a comment.
That's what good marketing to do for you.
Yeah.
We got a comment in the comment section. It's my girl E. She said, first of all, don't get me started talking about Jordans. He is so toxic toward the Black community.
I agree. I've never owned a pair of Jordans. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna tell you that they saw me in a pair of Jordans, bro. I won't even allow, you know, Miko. I won't even allow Miko's son. Like, he played basketball and stuff. I'm like, nah, bro, you ain't. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing that, bro. I don't. Great basketball player, but that's about where I stop at. I'm gonna say the best. Right. I'm gonna say the best, but that's about where we stop at.
Respect that.
Man, y'all ready to jump into this video today to watch this fuckery?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, go for yours.
It's a train wreck you cannot avoid, man. Let me jump into this video here.
Train wreck.
Shout out. This is Kendra G's dating show. Congratulations, girl. You're doing your thing. I'm happy to see the number of people who are connecting and building families based on her dating app. I'm happy for you. Love you, girl. Do your thing. But man, some of these train wrecks. Here we go.
Yes, I am.
Okay. I can't see your face, bro. There we go. All right. What's your name, love?
Brenda.
Brenda. Got her, baby.
You don't know how much I hear that.
Yo, pause it. Is it echoing on y'all end? Because I got an echo again.
It is echoing on my end.
Is it echoing on your end?
I have no echo.
It's echoing very bad on this end. Like, it didn't do it last night, but right now, like, it's very bad.
Okay, tell you what, then we'll just drop this video and we'll run this conversation.
Okay, yeah, that was real loud.
Okay, peep this.
Hey,
The
if you
heart
want,
of
I
this
just took
video
my
is
echo cancellation off. If you, I'm sorry about interrupting. I'm sorry, brother.
no.
If
Go
you
ahead, bro.
want to try it again, there was something last time when I was in the room where there was an echo cancellation issue. I just switched that off. If you want to try it one more time to see if that echo persists.
Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get.
I turned mine off too. I turned mine off too.
Okay, now I just hear the
Okay,
echo.
now I just hear the echo in my own ear.
Anybody else hearing the echo?
Anybody else hearing the echo?
No.
Yeah, I still hear it. Yeah, I still hear it.
Okay, tell you what. Let's go ahead and just drop it.
Let's go ahead and just drop it.
I don't know whatever y'all hit.
I don't know whatever y'all hit.
Let's
Let's
go ahead and
I'm now
reverse
hearing
that
the
because
I'm now hearing the echo.
All right. What about now?
Nope, no more echo. It's gone.
All right. Echo cancellation.
All
I
right.
turned it on.
How about myself?
No, we good.
All right.
All right.
All right. So here's the challenge with this video. It is young lady got 5 kids, 5 baby daddies. That, while it's an issue, that is not the issue to talk about tonight. The issue is she was asked, why could you not make it work with none of your baby daddies? And she said one of them, he didn't want monogamy. So she said, I can't be with him because he doesn't want monogamy. Okay. The challenge is she gets asked, when was the last time you were intimate with somebody? And she says, recently. And the person that she's fucking is not giving her monogamy. So my whole hang up about this thing is, wait a minute. You would rather demand monogamy and be alone raising 5 kids than, first of all, get lucky enough to find a dude that's going to accept you with a bunch of kids and not take monogamy and have it done ethically in that situation. Now, somebody may laugh at that and go, that's crazy as hell, the fact that, we not talking strictly monogamy, but let's be honest. Monogamy has not worked since the beginning of human history. We claim we like it. We claim it's the normative method. But when you look back through any religion, through any system of government, through across financial spectrums, monogamy, it's an illusion. That just don't make good sense to me. If a chick says she wants monogamy and she will rather stay alone, I get it. That's her choice. She can do that. But look at the number of women and men who are dying alone. I don't think we were meant to live this life alone. I think we were meant to find somebody and enjoy this life with them, if not multiple people. But the idea of all these people dying alone, it goes along with what you brought up earlier, Bishop. You said that you get shocked nowadays when a woman has no kids. You starting to see people with a pet, but no significant other.
As far as monogamy, man, I think monogamy is more a female thing. Men choose monogamy until you get to a certain point, where you just like, man, you know what? I don't be feeling like putting up with the bullshit. I can just deal with this one crazy motherfucker and I'm good. But I think monogamy is more based on the female. They prefer monogamy, and males normally accept monogamy because they know that that's what the female want. It's not really normally, I'm gonna say 8 to 9 times out of 10, that's not what the male want, but he knows he found a female that he can deal with, that he can 9 times out of 10. That's not what the male want, but he knows he found a female that he can deal with, that he can 9 times out of 10. That's not what the male want, but he knows he found a female that he can deal with, that he can 9. Did anybody hear that besides me?
I figured it out. It's gone.
Okay. Yeah, that threw me off. I'm like, am I talking to myself?
My bad, bro. My bad, bro.
Sometimes I talk to myself. I like talking to intelligent people. But
hey, I am my own consultant, as Weezy said.
Yeah, there you go. But nah, man, I think that a lot of times, man, dudes will accept monogamy because they know that it's not what they want, but it's not really good for them, but it's good for the female. So they say, you know what? In order for me to stick with this female, I'm gonna have to be monogamous. You know, Jay-Z got a song said, promise to be monogamous. I tried, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's the female that want the monogamy, man. It's not normally in most situations the dude. It's normally the female that wants it. And you know, women are they want to get married and they want a ring on their finger, the bouquet get thrown. They fighting over it and getting upset when they don't get it. When the garter get thrown, you know, men turn around because they don't want that. Women want it. Men, I don't believe they want it as much, man. What you think? Oh, I mean, you in a different situation, you know what I'm saying? But hey, I did not know this cat had a cat. That's funny. But yeah, I did not know that. But yeah, so what you think, man? You think monogamy is more a male or a female thing? What you think?
Well, the cat, she an outside cat. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's wild. That's wild.
All right, so let's look at where. All right, so speaking of monogamy, let's talk culture. All right, because monogamy is in a lot of aspects a cultural thing, a cultural religious type thing. All right, you look in over in the Middle East, all right, and let me backtrack. All right, monogamy is a construct built and expected of women in a relationship and not men.
Okay.
Right. That's where, in a lot of essences, a lot of origins of monogamy, I believe, came from. You know what I mean? Still in some places on the planet, men take as many wives as they want. You know what I mean? So when you think of, I guess, older views and cultural views of monogamy, right, when you speaking of it, just in that relationship sense, it was never meant for a man to be monogamous anyway. Right?
Is it natural for a man to be monogamous?
Well, see, that's also another aspect of it, instinctually. Whereas, and I'll be honest, instinctually, I don't think is one of those things where either men or women are necessarily genetically wired to be monogamous. From a, I guess, genetic, or I guess biological standpoint, the idea of being monogamous, I guess it lessens the chance for somebody to find the appropriate mate, with which to breed with. You see what I'm saying? I mean, naturally, instinctually, I think most humans have a instinctual daggone need to procreate. Anyway.
Well, if we look at the female body is trying to get pregnant every 28 days. So that is literally the primary function that is running in the background, trying to get pregnant every 28 days.
But exactly. But as back to monogamy, I guess, but as social structure and times change, you look over here now, I mean, like in marriage, hey, one man, one woman. That's just where, culture has evolved to now. And monogamy is more accepted and expected in a relationship versus what it was from, just eras ago.
So when you say one man, one woman, it go back to what I said. I believe that we as men have gotten soft, you know what I'm saying? And we have gotten to the point where we're allowing women to dictate the culture and they're the ones saying, you know what? One man, one woman, because we are conquerors. Everything we got, we conquer it. Everything we do, You know what I'm saying? Everything we got, we got 2 of them. You know what I'm saying? We don't want just one. You know, if we got bread, especially, we're gonna go out and buy as many cars as you want, many houses, many boats, many guns, many whatever. And but I believe that the females are dictating a lot of the culture when it comes to that monogamy thing because of their emotions. Because the thing is, a dude can go out, they can love their wife. A dude can love their wife and still go out and fuck another chick and come
I
home,
know
take care of
plenty
the
of
kids.
chicks who can have a primary dude. They can have their main man or their husband, and they can still go out and bang another dude.
Well, I don't think it's as prevalent, man. I think, because a lot of times females got to have, when they have sex, I mean a lot of females that say they have to be emotionally connected. You know what I'm saying? Like for their pussy to get wet, they got to have some type of emotion. And if your woman cheat on you, unless she's just a hoe, a lot of times, when that woman emotionally disconnected from you, that's when they'll go out and cheat. And then a lot of times at the same time, they will, when they get emotionally connected with another dude, a dude just gonna fuck. You know what I'm saying? A dude just gonna fuck. That's just, that's what it is, man. But a female, a lot of times, they got to have some emotions involved in it, I believe, most of the time, a lot of the times. But I could be wrong and shit, but that's just from what I've seen in my dealings with a lot of females. Not saying that all of them are like that, because like I say, I don't believe in absolutes. But I do believe that most females, in order for them to get into a relationship with someone, they have to have some type of emotional connection with them. Whereas a dude will go out there and get on, what's that shit? List crawler or whatever, or Backpage or the game, Craigslist. But you don't really see females really, getting down like that. A dude just gonna go get them a nut real quick and keep it moving.
Right.
Because, when it comes
Those
to that shit,
services are geared toward men.
we're not the smartest individuals when it comes to dealing with shit like that. That's just,
But if you think about it, look at all the strip clubs. You can go to almost any town where it's legal. You're going to find plenty of strip clubs with dudes throwing money away.
It's just a tool, man.
All
Just
the
a
time.
tool.
They're going to throw money away at the illusion of getting some pussy. They know most of the time they ain't getting no pussy there.
Nothing
That's
at all.
That's why I can't do it, man. I can't. I got 2 strip clubs right down the street within walking distance. I ain't never been in there. I lied. I went there one time and got something to drink. And they thought I was tripping. They're like, that's all I want something that's hot outside. You know what I'm saying? I want something to drink. And I said, you know what? But I ain't give you no money, bro. I'm stingy. I ain't give you no money.
Bro, we got a comment from the comment section. Peep this. I grew up hearing that a woman's job role was to find a husband, get married, and have kids. Non-monogamy was very frowned upon.
I agree with that comment on 100%. I agree with that comment 100%. There's nothing I can say I disagree with that comment, bro. Because that's what I have heard. I'm not saying I agree with that's what it is, but that's what I've seen as well. And a man's job is to go out and work. Because the thing is, a woman, a lot of women, their retirement plan is to find a man. That's their retirement plan right there. That is their retirement plan. Now, a man's retirement plan is not to go out and find a wife, have kids, and get married. A man know he got to work. Like, ain't nobody taking care of you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody taking care of you. Now, you do have some women that's gonna go out there and get it, and I salute them. But a lot of them, they get upset with you because you won't choose them, but they're not qualified for the position. I mean, that's just what it is.
Very
so I agree with that. Laura, I agree with that comment.
All right.
I think monogamy, non-monogamy, even today is still frowned upon in the public light, know. But I also know grandma just knew how to keep her mouth shut about granddaddy being out there cheating.
Granddad was getting hit.
You know what I mean? Like, to say that women don't, you know, women just a lot more discreet about what they do. You know what I mean? You know, like women, or you know, they. I'm not one of them that don't think that women do same thing we do. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you don't think they do the same thing we do?
They just choose their, you know, their other, you know, they choose their side pieces very selectively.
The concept that I commonly hear in the public sphere is that men cheat for variety, women cheat emotionally.
Yeah,
That's what I
I
just
would
said.
agree with that. I would agree
That's
with that. You know what I mean? And for different reasons, but for still a need that they need fulfilled.
You know what? Here's one thing that we don't talk about enough. All right, let's just say you, for whatever reason, that you buy into the whole concept of monogamy. No problem. We have to acknowledge that when you get married, you applying the 80-20 rule. You know, most people do not marry the person that gave them the best sex ever, especially on the female side, because a lot of men, we may think we putting it down, but we ain't hitting the right spots. We ain't hitting them spots long enough. We trying to go too fast. What's that, bro?
Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself.
I'm speaking in generalities here. Definitely speaking in generality. You know, when I talk to women, they tell me that I didn't marry my significant other because he gave me the best sex. When you ask them, and the way I always ask the question, okay, I don't want you to answer this publicly. I just want you to think about this right now. And I'll go, in your lifetime, who gave you the best sex of your life? And they have that look on their face. They get that big ass smile on their face. Mm-hmm. And most of the time they think it back to some dude in college, you know.
Thinking about me.
They thinking about the bishop.
They're thinking about the motherfucking bishop.
They are not thinking about the dude that they choose to make a life with.
Out
loud. Talk your shit, Sway.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I don't need to ask Mika Dupree, like, yo, who gave you the best sex of your life?
That's true.
I'm just saying, man.
No.
I just said that. I can't believe I just said that. Yes, I can. No, shit.
You know,
but nah. Real though.
So if we move it away from sex, when you look at a woman and go, okay, what man gives you the best financial security of your future? And you ask them that question, that's a dead ass question that they get real serious on. And when you ask them that, and then you ask them, did that person give you the best sex also? Most of the time, the answer is no. Two different people. You know, what about the person who feels that makes you feel like you're the most important person? That's probably some dude in a friend zone who been trying to, you know, come out of the friend zone, but they got him in the friend zone, but they keep him around because he gives them that attention that lets them know that they're important. Oh, we got the bishop flipping pages. We got the bishop flipping pages.
What you're talking about, it's like called the savior schema, man. I was just reading about that a couple of days ago. You know, they don't want, you know, they want that bad. A lot of women want that bad guy, man. They don't want the one that is actually, you know, the good guy that's gonna, you know, treat them right or whatever. But that savior schema, they want that bad guy. I mean, hell. I mean, like, okay, not being funny, but Big O, you know what I'm saying? As my witness, talking about Shamika Dupree again, you know what I'm saying? Look at Shamika Dupree and look at James Spate. I'm talking about 1991, 92, 93, James Spate. You know what I'm saying? I was not that good, nice guy that should have been with her. But you saw, you know, she wanted that bag. Why she was with me, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that same thing. It was a lot of good guys, but girls they like them bad guys, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because they
Come
was
on,
just,
I
man.
want a bad guy until I got my heart broke.
man, I'm telling you, bro, that's what it is, man. They love that, bro.
Let's take it
That's
back
what
to
they
a younger single woman. A younger single woman, she probably got a couple dudes in a rotation. She got the one intellectual guy who stimulates her mind. She got the bad boy who comes through after the midnight hour and puts it down with that third leg. You know, then she got the guy who paying the bills. So she probably got a bunch of guys in rotation, you know.
Yo, anytime I hear a woman tell me, oh, I settled, or start talking that, oh, I settled stuff, you know what I mean? That tells me, that gives me, oh, you was for the streets vibe. Every time I settled. So you settled for what? You settled for great sex? Or did you settle for financial security? Or did you settle for intellectual, emotional stability? Like which was it? Since you settled,
Bruh,
you know.
that word right there is a hard issue for me. Settle.
You know, or was you chose? Like, really, or was you chose?
Fair question.
Because if
Did you
you
settle?
settled, that means you sampled. That means that obviously means you had the opportunity and you put out the opportunity for the wares to be sampled. You know what I mean? So you settled because you had many offers, you know.
But think about it. Most women have a bunch of offers.
Mm-hmm.
A woman got men lining up left and right. She got her man at home. She got her work husband who hoping to slide up and get promoted. You know, she got the dude that she passed at the car wash. She got the dude that, you know, she see at the grocery store. If she takes the train to work in the city, she got the dude who's sitting on the train across from her every day, wondering what line he got to come up with to get him in the door.
When they say when they say they settled, do you think they generally happy?
I think happiness is a relative term. And one of the things that I remind people, in the traditional wedding vows, the word happy is not in there.
Nowhere.
It is not in there. So, for example, if I'm performing a wedding ceremony, I'll let them know, you ain't gonna be happy every day. So I don't think happy is a good standard, because grandma wasn't always happy with grandpa. There's everybody at a funeral ain't sad. There's a bunch of funerals that jumped off where a wife is sitting there going, well, his ass is gone now and I'm finally free. Everybody at a funeral ain't sad.
You know, well, I mean, you know, like I say, flip side, yeah, you may have settled because you had many offers. But on the front end of that, I believe that man chose to give you that offer to support you because he believed, and he may have felt that, you know, in marriage, that woman provided the best opportunity for stability and growth. You know what I mean? In general, what I believe most men want. You know what I mean? Men want to see the fruits of their labor, you know, and to build something. You know what I mean? Something to pass on in most cases.
That legacy.
You know, I do believe at some point, again, and that goes with that monogamous problem for men. Is it a genetic thing, variety, you know, or are we trying to sample the wares to find that right one to give the offer to build something with?
Smokey Robinson said he was told he better shop around.
Yeah, yes, sir. You know, but you know, I mean, it's just one of them things. When a man drops that proposal, it's because he has decided that you offer me my best opportunity for growth, stability, and you know what I'm saying, to control it well, and to build my kingdom.
Okay.
You know.
You know what? We got a comment right here, and I'm gonna drop this comment, and this came from my girl E in the comment section. She said the men are fronting like they're good men, and then months later, totally different person. Now, my issue with this is it's factual.
I would expect them to be.
Men will
trying to
tell a
get
lie to get some pussy.
Well, just human beings, you know what I'm saying? In a marriage, I don't, even if you're young, you know, at the end of the first year, I wouldn't expect either one of you to be the same person. You ain't supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? You expected to have experiences in that next year, especially in a marriage. The question is how y'all going to deal with them daggone experiences together. What type of experiences they are. And in the end, if y'all both willing to deal with those experiences and willing to stay together to build a relationship. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shoot, daggone, in the end, none of you got to stay, neither party.
You know, in one of my marriage groups where people come in looking for advice or expressing their concerns, the common thread is this person changed. And often it's a woman saying she's not the person, or it's a woman saying he's not the person that I married. You know, we've been together 10 years. And part of me is thinking, did you expect him to stay the same person he was 10 years ago? What you're denying is the inevitable growth that we all should go through. And here's the conflict. The same women who say this person changed and he's not the same person that I married, you say you want a man who's ambitious. You say you want a man, you know, who's a masculine man or a manly man. Okay, well, you got to take everything that go along with it. If he's the same person he was 10 years ago, then I look at that as he had 10 years that he didn't grow.
Stagnant.
Exactly. You know, and let's be honest, moving through life, male or female, life is a battlefield, bro. You know what I'm saying? And them battles are supposed to change you. You're supposed to learn from them battles. You know, you still here, you're supposed to grow from them. You know, yeah, I mean, when they say a couple months down the line, you know, hey, he changed again. I expect him to, you know, and if you both, you know, looking out for each other's interest in trying to build something, I expect, you know, on the other party to change too.
But I think they just
let's look at the other side of it.
Acknowledge their changes.
I think they're just wording it wrong, man, because, you know, yes, everybody gonna change. Are you changing for the good, you know, for the worse or for the better? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you can't stay the same, but like, you know, maybe that person isn't changing. Maybe the person that's saying it, male or female, has changed, and their desires, their wants, you know, their needs has changed, and maybe that person isn't meeting their needs to the point where they would expect it to be. So maybe the person on the other end really ain't changing. Maybe it says the woman saying he changed. So if he changed, did you stay the same? You know, or are y'all growing together like, you know, like the coach was saying? You know, I think that maybe they just wording it wrong, man, because everybody gonna change, but is it for the, you know, for good or for worse? You know what I'm saying?
Let's go back to expectations. I think it is idealistic and unrealistic to expect two people to grow at the same rate about the same topics at the same time in their life. That's just unrealistic. That's some idealistic fantasy that doesn't bear out in reality. You hope you grow at the same time, but that's not, it's just a hard sell for me to accept that as a reality.
Yeah.
Welcome to everybody we got joining us on this podcast. Much love and respect to y'all. Keep the comments coming. We'll share them as we get them.
Yeah, man. What happened to the bishop?
He probably stepped out for a minute. Probably stepped out the camera for a minute. Knowing him, he going to grab a book to pull a reference on something he read.
Certainly.
I just finished reading The 5 Love Languages. or a book on the 5 love languages, many of them written. And we all grow and evolve and change. And what we may start off as having something that's important to us on year 1, at year 5, we may have had a good, healthy relationship. And now those insecurities or serious needs that we had in year 1 don't exist in year 5. Now we have something else that's more important to us. You know, if you got a man who work all the time, maybe quality time together is your love language. You know, if you're a person who love getting gifts, then maybe that's what you need. But that's not necessarily going to stay the same over time.
Not at all. I mean, you know, you just think just the act of getting married. Once you get married, your priorities immediately change anyway. You know, in most cases, okay, take for instance myself. You know what I mean? Me and my wife, when we were dating and stuff like that, we didn't have a home together. You know, we lived separately and stuff like that. All right. So when we got married, though, all right, stressors, priorities, all that stuff changed because now we had to establish a home together. You know, now we had to go and decide things like, you know, finances and how they were going to play a factor into establishing that home. Oh, snap, got a kid. You know, so now there's another priority. You know what I'm saying? So of course, I'm not going to be the same individual as I was before these priorities shifted. You know what I mean? I would say if I was the same cat, we still going out on dates left and right. Hey, either I got a hella promotion, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or, you know, my priorities really ain't lined up quite right. Again, it goes back to my kids gonna have before I have. You know what I mean?
Did either one of you guys have big weddings?
No. I got married at the Justice of the Peace, baby.
Anybody drop 25,000 plus on the wedding?
No.
When I'm
I
man,
didn't have finances like that, and I'll be honest, I didn't think it was necessary to go into debt like that.
yeah,
To
first
me, it's just not a
marriage,
wise move.
first marriage, just of the peace. Second marriage, on the beach. Both of them was free, really. So
Oh
nah,
yeah, I'm
I
only
don't.
doing it once.
Yeah, man. I'm not,
Yeah, I'm only
man.
doing it once. There won't be a time too.
I hear couples
Yeah.
talk about this where, you know, I've only known one guy, one of my brothers, Stewie. He said, you know what? I grew up always looking forward to the day I got married. And I respected him for saying that. And while that shouldn't be viewed as a vulnerable moment, the reality is facts don't care about our feelings. And that's not something you normally hear a man say
At all.
So when I hear women talk about these weddings they want to have, okay, you going into debt and y'all essentially homeless, you know, y'all struggling to pay the rent on an apartment and you trying to have this dream wedding. Do you
In
want
most
the
cases,
marriage
younger than
or
25.
do you want the wedding?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Most women they want to be a bride. They don't really want to be a wife. You know, they want to be a bride. They want to get dressed up and everything and look all cute for all their guests. But the work that comes along with the marriage, that's not the intriguing part. You know, they want that bride thing. So yeah, I'm not spending all that money on no damn wedding, dog. You know, fuck
I
that.
just officiated a wedding that I think the most expensive part of it, if I was going to guess, I didn't look into their finances, but from the outside looking in, the wedding I just officiated, beautiful ceremony, lovely bride and groom. The biggest expense was dinner. They paid, for everybody to have dinner at a restaurant.
That's doable. That's doable.
That's
Makes
doable.
sense. Yeah, it makes
That's
sense.
doable. How you running out talking about, I want this big, huge wedding, and this reception hall and this and that and this and that. And y'all ain't got $5 in the bank. You doing this all on credit cards. And unfortunately, men, the whole tradition of her father paying for the wedding. First of all, we got to have to have a father around to do his part. to raise this child, let alone pay for the wedding.
Yeah.
I hold men accountable first. There's plenty of things I hold women accountable for, but men, we have to do our part first. We got to be there. So it goes back to our scripture of the day.
Is that what I was
Too
thinking?
many baby daddies and not enough husbands. Goes back to that.
Why is it that all these women having babies, but they can't get a man to marry them though?
That shit don't
Why-
make no sense to me.
Why is it that all these women can get a baby, or 2, or 3, or 4, some of them even 5, but they can't get one of those 3 sometimes baby daddies to marry them and make them what some people would call an honest woman? Why is that?
I joked with a friend of mine the other day. I told her, I said, if you get me pregnant, you got to make me an honest man.
Bro. Not sure about that.
I
I'm
mean,
sure it's
I
our
think
fault.
always. I think
I'm
maybe
sure it's
part of
man's fault.
a lot of these females, and a lot of these females are underqualified, man. They're not qualified for the position of wife. I was talking to the coach earlier today, and I brought it up to you earlier as well, but they're not qualified for the position, and they want to be something that they're not. So I was saying, like, I cannot afford a Bentley right now. You know what I'm saying? I cannot afford a Bentley, but to buy one, but I can go rent one for a day or a couple hours, and I got to be happy with the fact that I can rent it for a couple hours. At least I got to ride in it. So a lot of these females, that's all they good for. They can ride, but they can't own. You know what I'm saying? They can, they can spread their legs and all this and that. But as far as them actually finding a man and saying, you know what, this woman here is good enough to be a wife, a lot of them are not qualified. Whether they don't want to cook, they don't want to clean, they're argumentative, they out of shape, they got too many kids already, their finances ain't right, they don't want to do their hair. Like, it's a whole bunch of reasons, but a lot of women, they're not qualified for the position of wife, man. All they good for, and it's sad. It's sad.
Okay.
All they want.
Okay. Well, let me kind of, cut you off just a little bit though, because as sad as those facts are, I got to drop some other facts though, because some things I constantly try to tell my son. I'm like, that's different from when we were growing up, right? When we were growing up, it was all about pimping hoes, slamming Cadillac doors, gripping some wood grain, bending corners.
Spinning.
But and while I had good role models and stuff like that, at the same time, it's one of those things where, I grew up and certain things were encouraged with society at the time. Whereas I tell my son now, I'm like my brother. I'm like, I be first admit, I was a very promiscuous dude when I was young. You know what I mean? But, I tell my son, I'm like, brother, you carry the God seed, my G. All right? You got to be real selective with who you share that energy, you know what I'm saying? And who you take and who you give the opportunity to that going to have your child. I'm like, dog, you're not giving away, you're not giving away something. You need to respect you should respect yourself, you know what I mean? More than to just be out willy-nilly giving away, your godly energy. You know what I'm saying? And sharing your seed. So, I gotta say, men need to hold a little bit more accountability for themselves as to who they share that energy with and their God seed.
All right, Coach, let me run this question by you. Bishop, I need you on this one. We got a comment that says, I was not taught. I agree. Let me run it back. I agree with that. No one taught me how to be a wife.
Can you put it on the screen?
Yeah, I got you. No one taught me how to be a wife. This comment is from Laura. But then it makes me ask this question: as men, who taught you how to be a husband?
Who taught me?
Oh, I told you I grew up that going, you know, that all-American apple pie picket fence that going life, bro, off in the country. I mean, I grew up with mom and pops in the crib, bro. You know what I mean?
All right, so
my
the
pops,
question is though,
my pops showed me. Hey, my pop showed me, you know, just me emulating him. You know what I mean?
so did he have specific conversations with you about
No.
what a man does, or did he just set an
let me-
example and it was on you to soak it up?
Let me
It
answer
was
that
one of
one.
those things more so, you know, he more so set an example. I'm sorry, go ahead, brother.
Let me answer that one there, okay? Because you know, me, you know, my pops wasn't there, you know what I'm saying? But I was smart enough to watch from afar men like Dexter Brown, you know, and that motherfucker was the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like he held it together. He held it together. So I was able to watch from afar, and I'm like, look at this Bill Cosby shit over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like
sir.
they had it, you know, so I was able to watch, you know what I'm saying? And see things, you know, like the way Coach came up, you know, I'm like, damn, like, you know, that's really good. You know, so Dexter Brown, he didn't even have to say much. Just the way he moved, you know, just the way he moved said a lot. And so everybody, where we from a small town called Snow Hill. You know, some came through the way of Browntown. And everybody in that small town was where Erica. But yeah, everybody in that small town, you know, knew, you know, Dexter Brown. They knew how he got down. And so to see men like that in the community, you know, he not only showed Coach, but he showed a lot of other men just the way he moved. You see this man just at the store, and you're like, damn, you know, you see Mr. Brown coming, you standing up straight. You know what I'm saying? If you got some drink or something or sugar or whatever, you hiding it because Mr. Brown coming in. So he was that dude. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at Coach, you know, it's kind of hilarious to me because, you know, I see a lot of his father in him. Just the way he moves with his family, with his kids, and the whole nine. His daughters, you know, man, what's Cordella Brown, Rashida Brown. To this day, I believe that Cordella Brown is the best looking girl that ever came out of Snow Hill. No disrespect. I swear to God, I believe she's the best girl that ever came out of Snow Hill.
Oh my God, bro.
But he raised good kids, man. So that dude was something else. And at the same time, you know, when Laura asking who taught us how to be men or be fathers or husbands, husbands, you know, I was also able to look at my father who wasn't doing those things. And I'm like, damn, you know, that's what I want. So sometimes a person don't have to show you nothing or tell you nothing. The desire to have that in your life sometimes will make you be that, you know, because you're like, damn, so since you wasn't that, I'm gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that something you can learn from just not having. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I think. But Erica said that she's very blessed to have both of her parents, to have had parents that have showed me, them show me to show me. Yeah. Hey, that's real, man. That's real. But sometimes not showing you is just as good.
I'll tell you. And these are conversations. Remember the video we rocked yesterday with my man, the OG? Young Buck was asking him, you know, what's some of the biggest mistakes you made in life? And he said he was a hoe. And at one point during that interview, the Young Buck asked the OG, well, why were you that way? He said it was hereditary. And he was joking about the word hereditary, but in his environment, he said, my brothers was hoes, my cousins was hoes, my uncles was hoes, my grandfather was a hoe. And then he hit this one line that set it off. He said, and truth be told, my mama was a hoe.
Facts don't care about your feelings.
Facts don't care about your feelings. When he said my mama was a hoe, that'll make most people step back and go, whoa. But think about it. We learned, for example, my mom, I didn't see qualities in her that said, I can't wait till I get married to have that type of quality at home waiting on me every day when I come home. Argumentative, defensive, combative, those types of things. I didn't see that. I didn't see the nurturing side of that. So that's not me criticizing my mom. That's just me having an observation, and that forms the framework of where I started with male-female relationships. I didn't have pops at home. So I was 18 years old before I met two men who I will say truly start giving me a lot of positive influences. Now, I do have one brother from the block. My brother Curtis, shout out Big Chief Poo Poo, as we call him back on the block. One thing about him, he showed me how to do everything the drug dealers were doing, like buying fancy cars, fancy clothes, nice technology. He showed me how to do it legally. So he showed me how to get my hustle on. So I will absolutely give that to him, but I didn't have that in the house. So I had to look outward to get that. So the framework wasn't there. And I think that's part of what we're seeing in the community when we look around us outside.
Okay, well, let it go into speaking on, your man, there was like, my mama was a hoe in XYZ. Well, let's think us being able to have this conversation right now on this platform, part of the dynamic that's changed has been things like technology and communication. I mean, like, I'm older now, and I'm gonna tell you, I love my mama to death. You know what I mean? But there's things I grew up and learned over time. You know what I'm saying? Did my moms ever have an affair? I don't know. Did my pops? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not something they talked about.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? Flip side of that, it's not something they publicized. Nowadays, motherfuckers gonna publicize every damn thing to the world.
Everything on social media.
First thing they want to do, get on social media and start talking shit.
You can't even take a woman out to eat without her taking a picture of her plate first. She ain't even took a bite of this food to know if it's good, but she posting a picture of the plate online.
So I mean, it's not something that was publicized and stuff. And sure, I'm a firm believer in not asking questions that you don't want to know the answer to.
But you knew the answer, because when you went to a funeral in your town and you went to Big Daddy's funeral and you standing around and you looking at a bunch of people in the crowd and you're like, damn, you and I look a whole lot alike. And you sitting here going, wait a minute.
Hey,
that was
very
your siblings from across the railroad tracks.
At the very least, we knew somebody mama was a hoe.
Mr. Mack was dropping off something on payday. He would swing by and drop a little something off.
Yeah.
We just not honest enough to talk about it. And I think we would be so much better if we were willing to be honest and have the unidealistic conversations.
I think people need to get better at people always need to get better in communicating within their own internal relationships.
So hell, first we got to learn how to communicate. If you grow up seeing folks yell and holler at each other, and that's all you think that's supposed to happen, you starting off in a hole. So you got to dig your way out of a hole, just to be at zero.
Yeah, we rather communicate with randoms and people we don't know than communicate with the people that's right in front of us. That in the end is going to determine where the relationship leads anyway.
Okay, man. People don't want to communicate. Period, man. I think I was talking to the Reverend Deacon brother pastor yesterday, I think it was, and I met this young lady out on the beach, man, nice looking young lady, and I stopped to tell her how nice looking she was. The first thing she told me was she was engaged. I said, "Well, hell, congratulations," but I didn't ask you all that. I was just telling you that you was, a nice looking young lady. And I said, I don't want your name, I don't want your number, I don't want your Instagram. I'm just trying to, brighten her day up a little bit. Maybe she could have been having a bad day. Just take a compliment. But people can't talk face to face no more. If you speak to a
It's hard
female,
to be nice nowadays.
if you speak to a female nowadays, man, they're gonna look at you like you crazy. And I'm like, damn, I was just saying hello. I don't want to know your name, you know what I'm saying? Because you're probably gonna be a liability. You're probably be an asset. I'm just speaking to you, but people nowadays, man, you ask for the phone number, they want to give you their IG, So I think that we've lost the skill of communicating. We've lost it. It's not like it was when we came up. You actually had to, catch them in the mall, go or catch them wherever, and we walked around with a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen in our pocket. There you go. There you go. Hey man, that's a lost art. That's a lost art, bro. That's a lost art,
buddy.
So you give a
girl, all of us when we were in our young teens used to have the Holodex.
The Holodex.
Bro, you give a girl now your number on a piece of paper, man. You aging yourself, man. You date yourself. Like, damn, I just dated myself.
You just told your age. You know what I'm saying? You do that. You write that number down. You just told your age.
The rap artist Special Ed said it best. He said, picked up my phone book, looking through the pages, looking at the star rating right beside the ages, looked under S for sex and saw Stacy. Yeah, you know the one that we call Dick Tracy.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yes,
man.
Dropping bars on them.
That's a lost art, man. Actually talking to a female. Like nowadays, man, you gotta do that online thing. And I don't know. I can't do that online thing. You think more women or more men online? What y'all think? I don't know.
More men, bro.
Women.
Oh, okay. Well, I got two different answers. Okay. Well, both
on you.
Yeah. What you think?
You
say more men.
Again, I think more men simply because men thirsty, bro. They be out there. They be hunting. You know what I'm saying? They out hunting. They pray, bro. They thirsty. That's why the select few of women that got that have their OnlyFans page and stuff like that. Hey yo, that like when OnlyFans takes off, there ain't more women on there than men. You know what I'm saying?
And women trying to get that money though. They trying to get that money.
That's the thing. They out trying to get paid.
While they're
trying to get laid.
Yeah, but they ain't. Come on, out of all the women how many of them got OnlyFans pages?
Shit, we don't know. We don't know.
That's right. We don't know what we don't know.
Out of all the women we know, that's the thing. We don't know.
Well, how many? Okay. Well, see, here's the thing. In today's day and age, you're gonna have kind of an idea if you on social media, right?
Man, like you just said,
most of us are in some way, shape, or form. All right. All those women that I know, if they on OnlyFans and they try and make that bread, hey, they gonna have that little link up there so I can go there, go see, and they can make that bread.
Now, see, the thing is, with these women, man, they're gonna go out of town, man. They're gonna go out of town. Like, girls in North Carolina gonna go to Atlanta. Girls here in this part of Florida, they gonna go down to Miami. They gonna go somewhere else and go make that money and try to come back. That cat that you got jumping up and down on your lap that you keep throwing off and everything, it made me think women are more like cats. Men are more like dogs. The dogs will take a shit anywhere. A dog will shit right in your front yard while you're looking at them, piss on everything. They don't give a fuck. They sloppy. You know what I'm saying? You go out there and step in it. You step in dog shit all the time. You ain't really gonna step in too much cat shit because you don't never see the motherfuckers taking shit. You know what I'm saying? Your woman, man, they sneakier than us, man. They cheat better than us, and they cheat, but they cheat better than us.
You won't. And that's why you ain't gonna see as many of them online.
I don't know, man.
That's exactly why you ain't gonna see as many of them online publicizing themselves. Again, if they gonna cheat, if they gonna be out there, they ain't gonna cheat. A lot of them ain't gonna cheat with a random motherfucker online. They gonna cheat with their office boyfriend.
Yes,
Somebody they
that
secure
work
with.
husband. That work husband. And that's what I think about.
Somebody they secure with.
I think about that a lot of times, man. Women, they were more they more selective and sneakier, and they're not gonna probably get caught unless they want to. You know what I'm saying? If they want to get caught, then they might get caught. But for other than that, man, I worry about my woman all the time. Like, you know what, man? I would never know. If she was, I wouldn't know. For one, I ain't gonna go and try to be stupid around. And
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna be honest. I don't worry about it really, because I mean, it's one of them things. Again, it's like,
if she gonna fuck, she gonna fuck.
I'm like, hey, in the end, okay. Back in the day, yeah, that may have been some shit like that when I was younger. You know, all of us was young. All of us had the same worries within relationships and shit. But at my age now, that shit is not even a concern, my G. Like, if she don't want to be with me, she ain't gonna be with me. She want to step out, she gonna step out. My G, like, I enjoy my damn peace.
Word.
I enjoy my life. I love being here. Hey, I love being with her. But if at any time she decide, yo, this ain't what I want to do, all right, you deserve to go chase your happiness. Go ahead.
Bro,
just don't ask me for shit.
People swear I'm lying when I say this, but I'm dead ass serious. I love my bride. Been with her we've been married 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
But if she came to me today and said, you know what? There's this other guy who makes me happy, and that's where I want to be. Shit, let me help you go and be with that dude.
Go ahead. I
love you enough, and your happiness is important enough to me that I'll help you go be with that other dude. If that's where you feel like you're gonna be happy at, because my peace is more important. I can't keep a woman that don't want to be kept.
I can't keep a woman that don't want to be kept, bro. So what am I supposed to do? Keep fighting that and daggone stressing myself over that and stuff, disrupting my peace, my happiness? Nah, bro. I ain't dealing with it.
What would you do if your girl let another nigga hit it? Would you accept it, or would you cry like a bitch? You probably try to kill her, then kill yourself. I'm saying you probably try to kill her, then kill yourself, saying she wasn't real when you won't real yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, man, it ain't nothing you can do to stop it, bro. If your girl gonna fuck another nigga, she gonna fuck another nigga. Ain't nothing you can do about it. So getting upset about it, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, black men got, you know, high blood pressure, and, you know, we don't heart problems and shit. Nah, bro. I mean,
back in the day, same thing with me when I was in a relationship. You know, when I was in relationships when I was younger, I wasn't in a lot of relationships. You know what I'm saying? Where she might have thought we was in a relationship, because she got the lines twisted. But I wasn't in a lot of relationships.
Hold on, coach. I got a call. Time out right there. Women, quite often when I talk to women, they say, well, I thought we were in a relationship. And quite often, when I listen to them long enough, I can go, no, it sounds like y'all were just fucking and you assumed. And I asked them, did y'all have the conversation that this is an exclusive relationship? And most of the time, the women will go, well, no, I just thought because, and they'll go on to give all of these reasons that don't matter to men.
Mm-hmm. You know, okay, so like, and me and my wife, I remember specifically, you know, before we got married, you know, well, you know, as the relationship got more serious, we did have that conversation about, you know, I mean, sure, I remember telling her, I'm like, shit, I done thrown all my numbers out, erased all the numbers in the beeper and shit like that. You know, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, threw out pictures, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, cleared all that shit out. So it was one of the things that was understood, you know, with me and her. Like, the ones that got the lines crossed, I'm like, shit, man, like, I ain't lie to you. We never even talked about it.
But did we lie by omission?
I learned pretty early, daggone, not to lie about certain things, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, it's not that I necessarily, I guess you could say I lied by omission, because I never really talked about other women, you know what I'm saying, in front of the women that I was with. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't one of them things like if I had this shorty over here that I kicked it with, I ain't gonna talk to her about this shorty over here that I kicked it with on last Friday night. You know what I mean?
When you say live by omission, man, explain that to me. I'm slow tonight. What does that mean?
Okay. Coach was talking about, yeah, you know, I never told chick A about chick B, you know,
Right.
so
But
I
you-
ain't,
But she never asked.
Is that line?
I don't
She
know.
never
I
asked,
think
though.
it is. I think it's lying by omission.
You know, but see, here's the
In
thing.
some circumstances, not in what he described, but you know, if she asked you, you know, you got other chicks, now that's your opportunity. You can either be upfront.
But yes or no. But now she asked though. So now she asked.
Now she's asked though. Now you got the option of being a fucking liar, or you let her know what it is.
Man up, stand 10 toes down, and let them know. Now, here's the hard part. I was schooled by a woman, and this woman told me, she said, you know, most of the time, if you just tell the truth, you can still get what you want.
Exactly. Because you ain't a liar then.
Yep. You gave them first right of refusal.
You know what I mean? They get you're not a liar then, you know what I'm saying? So they know at a minimum you can be trusted to tell them the truth for the most part.
Or just tell them, look, stay in your lane. You ask me about stuff that don't pertain to you. You enjoy this time we got right here and stay in your lane.
You know, I mean, like, and you know, when I was ever asked, shoot, the simple answer was always, well, yeah, I got people I hang out with. I got other females I hang out with.
Did you fuck them?
Because it's not, it wasn't a lot.
Did you fuck them?
Of course, yeah.
No, I'm playing as Paul.
Devil's advocate.
Okay, but when they asked that, I'm like,
if she
well,
asked
see, you know, again, at that point right there, that's when me and that other person got to have another conversation as far as like, hey, like, not really your business, but you know, if you must know, yes. If you can't deal with that, you know what I mean, like, you know what I'm saying, like, we not gonna be monogamous.
All right, hold up. We got a comment here in the comment section. If she had other sex partners and didn't tell you, is that okay?
I didn't give a fuck. She won't my girl.
That's the thing. Most men don't give a fuck.
She won't my girl.
We ain't worried about who else getting the pussy.
All I want is when I call, give me my time.
Yeah, exactly.
And when I'm ready for you to go away, go away. That's literally how it was.
That's the hard part, you know what I'm saying? That's the hard part, getting rid of
women ain't ready for that conversation. They're not ready for that hard truth.
About that shit again, until you know, like, you my girl, like, we exclusive. I'm choosing monogamy. Is that something you would like to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't care about that. Sure. I'd see it. I'd be out in the club, you know, or out of the bar or something. See a shorty that going, you know, she with a dude, and I'm shooting the deuces. What's good?
If I see you out in the club with somebody else, I'm just gonna look over and I'm gonna have that little shitty ass smile on my face because I'm gonna be away across the room enjoying myself, and for just 0.2 seconds, I'm gonna look at you, give you that little head nod or something on the low, and be like, "Oh, okay, enjoy yourself," because that ain't got a damn thing to do with what we doing.
You know, look, I see you with somebody. I ain't here to start no smoke. Like, we don't have a relationship where I'm trying to start static and no shit like that. Because let's be honest, if you in here and I'm in here, that means we weren't together in the first place and we was out hunting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I give a fuck.
Hey, exactly, man. You know, and at the end of the day, man, I'm gonna be like, man, shit, you with him, if you looking at me and you feeling a certain kind of way, like, you still gonna call me later. You still gonna call me later.
Still gonna call me later. So what's all the drama for? What's all the smoke for?
No, it ain't no point. It ain't no point. That shit's stupid. You know what I'm saying? That's emotional. That's emotional. And if a dude get upset about that, now you acting in your feminine energy You know what I'm saying? Because now you got emotional. Logically speaking, you know she's still gonna call you. When she finish her time up with him, she's still gonna call you. You don't own her, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's a problem. A lot of dudes are dead right now because they think they own somebody. You don't own nobody, man. You know,
the prisons and the cemeteries are full of people who thought they owned somebody.
You don't own them.
You are renting with the option to buy.
Sometimes it ain't even that. Sometimes you just test driving.
And sometimes you test drive.
That's it. Sometimes it's a short-term lease.
Short-term lease.
And sometimes you just driving somebody else's car. I mean, call it what you want. You know what I'm saying?
Going back, baby.
Yeah, call it what you want, man. But at the end of the day, man, people be getting their feelings, man, and that right there is the biggest mistake that we make a lot of times. Is you start getting your feelings instead of just being adult about it. Like, hey, you know, she gave the pussy to another motherfucker. All right, is it still there? You know what I'm saying? You could have the pussy. Don't fuck with my money. You know what I'm saying? But you can have the pussy.
Right.
You know, like as long as it's still there. You know, now if he beat it up so bad, I go, God damn, the pussy ain't in here no more. God damn, now that's different. You know, or if he eat it all up or something like that, you know. But as long as whenever I come over, it's still there, I ain't tripping, man.
Here's the reality of what that does. All that does is spark a competitive gene in men,
bruh.
And if I will drop your ass off at his house, knowing he gonna eat the pussy and hit the pussy, and then all that means is next time I see you, I'm walking in the door talking about go gadget dick.
God, man, I was such a scumbag as a young.
I got an off the record story to tell you. Remind me to tell you about it.
Oh Lord,
God, man.
What
you know, I mean, like these are all things we did. It's like I think back and it's like scumbaggery, bro. You know, I mean, but was it? Again, it's like I won't lie to nobody. So was I a scumbag? No.
It's like the bishops say. The bishops say it's the game. I didn't make the
game.
rules. I'm just playing the game.
You gotta play it, man.
That's it. You know,
shit, man.
In the end, still getting experience. They gotta get different experience. They gotta experience life, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because I'll put it like this. You said you learned from, I guess, when you were speaking on you know, kind of the game a little bit, you know, and I learned not to lie. Essentially try not to lie my best, you know, not saying I didn't, but I wouldn't lie, tend to not lie over a little bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Especially in relationships, you know, to where I felt that I could be labeled as the bad guy,
And hold on, man. Stop lying to chicks who don't matter.
Who don't matter? Exactly. What you lying for?
This nigga said, stop lying to free agents.
Stop lying to free agents, bro. You ain't got to sign them to a tender.
Oh,
hey,
shit.
You know what I'm saying? This nigga said, stop lying to free agents. I'm telling you, bitch, you ain't make the cut. You ain't make the cut.
You know, like, you ain't got a lot of
You on the practice squad.
You ain't got a lot of kicking.
You on the practice squad. Nobody on the practice squad on day one of practice gets told you guaranteed a slot.
Shit, I had to learn at a young age from a vengeful woman not to be lying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got bricks thrown in my front window. I got cars keyed up. You know, all over dirty hoes. You know,
and never use that L word.
Oh, you talking about the love word?
Yes, bro. Like, hey, young man running around there, unless you mean that shit, don't never use that word, my G.
So I had this broad tell me she loved me, and I was like, damn, word? That's all I could say. And then she get upset. I'm like, I didn't see that coming. And she got upset because I didn't say it back. Why would I say it back if I don't mean it?
You know,
bro.
Like,
okay.
Now, was she mad or was she hurt? There's a difference.
I had somebody tell me once, I love you.
Both.
I replied with, I like you. And the first thing that happened, they got in their feelings. But I had to get them to understand it's more important for me to fucking like you than it is to love you, because I can love you and say goodbye to your ass. You better hope I fucking like your ass. and want to spend time with you and be around you.
Valid point.
I can love you though. You know what I'm saying? Because like real talk, when that girl told me that she loved me, I'm thinking to myself like, yo, I love her too, but I just don't love her the way she loved me. You know what I'm saying? I don't love her the way she.
If you at a point in a relationship that I have love for you, I can't say I'm in love with you.
It's better to, bro. I'm not gonna say I had love for her. I'm not gonna say I was in love with her. I'm just gonna say I loved her. Take it how
There's
you
levels
want.
to this.
Yeah,
There's
take it how you
levels to
want.
this.
And when I say I love her, you know, I loved what we had. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I love what we had. Like I don't love you like I want to marry you and spend the rest of my life with you. You know what I'm saying? But and she wasn't on Nikki level. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we had great sex. We had fun when we was together.
Like, we cool.
Yeah, we were cool. But I actually I had feelings for her, like I cared about her. You know, I didn't want nothing to happen. If you know, if something was to go down, I had no problem with you know, going and doing stuff for or whatever. But you know, when you want me to love you to the point where I gotta marry you, and you trying to strong arm me and twist my arm to make me marry you, nah, it ain't that kind of love. You know what I'm saying?
You sound like a
She wanted,
hostage at that point.
she wanted too much. You know what I'm saying? She wanted too much. I'm like, look, come over, kick it, enjoy the time we got together, you know, and then get the hell on.
Take your ass home.
You know, at that point in the relationship, y'all, you know, when you think though, if a woman tell you that, you know, she love you with everything, y'all probably been together for a little bit. You know what I mean? Not necessarily very long, but y'all have established some sort of relationship to where she in some ways is expecting you to reciprocate the same emotion, you know what I mean, or the same feelings. Whereas again, it's like that's why I can tell them I got love for you because I'm not lying to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I do care for you, and that's why I'm not telling you. I can't tell you that I love you. You know what I'm saying? Because it would be a lie. It'd be wrong for me to do that.
Can you love two women? Remember the song Lost Boys had? I can't escape this life that I'm living. I'm in the mix. I'm in love with two women. It's where the moms I got two honeys on my arm, and I don't want to let none of them go.
None of them go.
So can you be in love with two women?
Love, like happiness, is subjective.
I simply say yes. This whole bullshit about love is an infinite resource or a finite resource that has a termination point and it's got one level is absolute bullshit. I hear women all the time go, oh, well, clearly he never loved me. What the fuck? Him loving you has nothing to do with him banging some other chick. You may feel like he didn't respect you. Okay, fine. I can take that. But don't tell me this has something to do with love. Love is not something that it's linear, where you know it's only one person.
One female, you can't be. I think the distinction for me though is more like, all right, if you as a person feel like you are in love with that person, you know, can a man love, or can a man or a woman love more than one man? Yeah, but are they necessarily in love? You know, that romantic concept with that person.
I think that's possible.
You know, and but it's not something that I can say I've ever really experienced. Not being, I mean, like I've never had butterflies and shit like that, and a desire, you know, that lustful feeling about, you know, more than, I can't remember a time where I had it about more than one woman at a time. Like I said, I ain't been on a lot of relationships, you know, tight-knit relationships. So I mean, I only felt them butterflies a couple times, you know what I'm saying? You know, Bishop? That might have been 3 women in my life, you know what I mean? And I married one of them.
I just think maybe with I agree with Coach, you know, the in love part, you know, I don't believe I can be in love with anybody else. I don't think I'm gonna be in love again. But can I love another woman, 2 or 3? You know, yeah, I can love But like I said, it's just I might love you for a different reason. You know, I'm in love is one thing, but just love in general, I think that you can love more than one woman, um, and not want to let either one of them go. Like, damn, I want both of them, and that's where the whole polygamy thing comes in or whatever. But then you mess around with you loving two women, and neither one of them don't believe in polygamy, and now you got to choose one, and so one of them might have to go. Now you got to pick the better of the two.
But then you're gonna resent one of them.
No, you're just gonna let her ass go in December.
December.
I'm talking to you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Unless you go now.
I'm odd man out on this one. Bishop, Coach, I'm odd man out on this one. Both of y'all say you can't be in love with two people at the same time. The body, let's take this from a science perspective. When you start that new relationship energy, when you with a new person, those pheromones that start going back and forth, the chemical reactions, the endocrine system, as the way your body responds when you're around a new person. You can absolutely have that feeling for two people. You may not start both relationships and fall in love with both of them at the same time, but you can be in my perspective, you can be in love with two people at once. Now, I'm odd man out and I accept that, but I don't mind standing 10 toes on this all by myself on this island over here.
Hey man, but you know what? I'm gonna say I agree with you. You can do that. I can't do that.
Okay.
So ain't none of us wrong. Yeah, ain't none of us wrong. Your thing. Right. You know, you're 100% right. I believe that you can do that. I know that I cannot be in love, you know, and not in love. I can, like I said, because I know that I've been in a situation where I love this female with everything, but I love spending time and doing things with this female. It's a whole different type of love. I like, you know, with this female, I might be able to, you know, just spend nice, good quality time, chill, you know, raise a family, think about a future. With this female, I might just want to hang out and, you know, have fun, you know, over here. That I can't have over here, you know, because these two females may be totally polar opposites. And maybe I might just want a little bit from both, you know. And so
couple quick comments, shout outs or guest shout outs. Welcome to Steel Driver. Welcome to Tiffany. We see you out there, girl. Sugar Ray, see you out there. Much love to E. We got my girl E. We got Laura. Much love to y'all. I just think it's, you know, you say it ain't your thing, and I get that. That's fine. No shade on that whatsoever. I respect that. Yeah, man. Let's go ahead and wrap this up, man. Thought of the night. Closing thought of the night.
What you got, Coach?
Coach stepped away for a minute.
Yeah.
On you.
Right. Sorry about that, gentlemen. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Hey, Coach, we getting ready to go ahead and close this out for the night. Go ahead and give us your parting thought for the night.
Be honest, I don't have much. You know, we discussed a lot of topics and stuff, man. If I'm gonna leave y'all gentlemen with anything, you know, it's simply a happy Father's Day. And I appreciate y'all for having me. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for being the gentleman that you are. You know what I mean? And so, you know, enjoy your time. Enjoy your weekend, John.
Much love, Coach. Respect. Come back and join us sometime soon.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
I had something I wanted to read, man. And as soon as I picked the daggone book up, I lost my page.
Shit.
But yeah, it happens. It happens to the best of us. Yeah. But let's see. Yeah, yep, it happens. And I do not think I'm going to find what I was looking for. So with that being
Let me
said,
go ahead and shut it down while you if
Yeah,
you
go right
still
ahead.
want to look for it.
Nah, go right
Couple
ahead,
things.
man. Go.
Couple things. Men, ejaculate responsibly. Be careful where you put your seed. Be careful where you put your seed. We as men, we have to take that leadership responsibility on, and we got to be careful for raising the kids that we bring into the community. I hope we can get past today's scripture. Too many baby daddies and not enough husbands. I would love to see that trend get reversed. We got to have men in the house raising these kids. So let's be more discriminate where we planting kids at. And we know that kids do best in a 2-parent household. So let's go ahead and give them that 2-parent household and put them in the best situation. And going back to a conversation we were having earlier, men, teach your boys how to be men and teach them how to be husbands and fathers. Women, teach your daughters how to be wives. Teach your daughters how to be mothers. Teach them how to take care of a man. That's my parting thoughts for the day.
Yeah. All right. So I couldn't find what I was looking for. And so that just, must not have been meant for the night. I appreciate, everybody tonight, good conversation or whatever. And, I agree with, what the Reverend Deacon Brother Pastor said, man. Men, we gotta be more responsible, man. At the end of the day, however this shit turn out, it's on us. You know what I'm saying? We the
Facts.
ones that's supposed to be leading this shit, man. And
It's on our shoulders.
too many times I think a lot of brothers, man, they coming up and they want these, they want the women to take care of them, you know what I'm saying? But that's our job. Now, I ain't saying we supposed to be, Captain Save-A-Holes or whatever, but I do believe that, the man is supposed to be the leader, and if you ain't out here leading, a lot of these men talking about they kings and all this and that, but they ain't doing king shit. And I say that often. A lot of y'all saying y'all are kings and y'all ain't nothing but some court jesters. So, step your game up, man, and take back your rightful places, you know what I'm saying? And other than that, man, you know how I do.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks, don't mind me. I'll just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No. Fuck this shit, I'm out. All right then. I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Much love to y'all. Call to action. Please join us. Like, share, subscribe, Facebook, YouTube. Follow us. Love y'all. We'll catch y'all later.